We have now the topic internal control consideration. So as an introduction, I will explain this diagram, consideration of internal control. Ang diagram na to, ina-outline niya yung proseso ng evaluating internal controls in an audit. No? So the process involves yung audit planning natin, consideration of internal control, and then eventually yung performance ng substantive test. So sa audit planning, bakit kailangan natin yung consideration of internal control? To set the desired level of audit risk. No? Yung hanggang saan ba yung katanggap-tanggap sa'yo na audit risk. Can you accept a high or a maximum audit risk or low lang or yung just a reasonable level. Then also, you will assess the inherent risk. Okay? So yan sa audit planning pa lang. Yung sa preliminary assessment kasi yan. Okay? Or preliminary consideration of internal control. Itong mga inherent risk kasi, these are present, no? Whether controls are present or not. Kasi nga, ayan ay natural na meron sa type ng industry, no? Na yung client mo ay involved. Okay? And then, dito sa consideration of internal control mismo, you have to assess now yung control risk. Kung effective ba itong mga internal controls or hindi. Whether you can depend on them or not, no? Yung sinasabi nating reliance on the controls so that it will determine also the acceptable level of detection risk. Yung risk na hindi mo ma-detect, no? Yung mga material errors or misstatement, no? Material minsan fraud yung nandyan, okay? That you will issue a wrong audit opinion. Okay? So, kung ang level of detection risk mo ay gusto mo na very low, then substantive test should be more and more, or yung extent niya, yung timing niya, dapat ay consider mo yung most effective, no? Of course, not sacrificing yung efficiency ng audit mo, because ang audit ay business pa rin yan, no? Hindi ka dapat nalulugi, no? Hindi ka dapat audit ng audit. Best yung audit mo pero hindi ka naman kikita, then malulugi ka. For example, in a manufacturing firm, no? Na mayroong poor inventory controls, it may lead ito sa material misstatements sa iyong financial statements. So kapag poor ang internal control, then increase mo yung substantive testing mo, no? So that you can most probably detect yung mga material misstatement. Or para malaman mo na yung idea mo about yung audit risk is acceptable as you have set sa iyong dito, no? Sa audit plan. Okay? Kapag yung control risk naman is low, no? Ayon sa iyong test of controls, then you may lessen your substantive test if you indeed have proven that the control risk is low and you can depend on it. Okay? So therefore, itong consideration of internal control would now help you to determine how much substantive testing you have to actually do, no? Kung kailangan ba talaga ng total, no, effort na ibibigay mo dyan, or you can just lessen it because anyway the detection risk can be acceptable kahit na medyo mataas, no, yung detection risk na ina-accept mo, because in any way yung control risk naman ay low. Okay? So internal control consideration actually is very important. Ang resulta nito is assess level of control risk. Okay, so see you on the next video. But anyway, kung meron kayong question dito, may inquiry kayo, additional comments, you just post it in the comment section. Bye-bye.